Hi everyone, welcome to another video from Corporate IT Education in which we are going to understand everything about what is required in terms of SAP GUI download, how to request access, and basically how to get started with all the setup required for Tosca plus SAP automation. Okay, so the first step is we have to verify the system requirements for downloading SAP GUI. SAP GUI has very basic requirement. If you'll Google, you will see 2 GB RAM and 1 GB of hard disk is what they basically ask for. But understand, since you're going to run Tosca plus SAP, Tosca's basic requirement of 8 GB and 10 GB hard disk space is going to get added to this. So just wanted to give that information. Okay. Now the second step is we have to download the SAP GUI software. Okay. So how do we do that? If you have a SAP ID, then you can Google and navigate to support.sap.com and go to software downloads, and you will find SAP GUI versions listed there and you can download it from there. But in case you do not have a SAP ID, you have to use other mediums by which you can download. So you can Google and you can find a lot of different uh, companies or links provided by which you can download. Okay, so these are the two links by which you can download. This is one of those, and there is something called as sapvista.com. Okay, I'm going to use one of these, but whichever works for you. Okay, uh, in case this does not work, try to use the another one. Okay, now here you go resources and you will find SAP GUI for Windows. So I'm just going to click on this. Okay, and if I scroll below, here I'll be able to find the different versions. So I'm going to download SAP GUI 800 patch level 5. So just click on download and it is going to be around 200 MB file. So click on download and just click on download anyway. Okay. Now I already have this installed in my, uh, I already have this downloaded in my machine. So I'm not going to download that, but you got the idea on how to download this. Okay. So we are done with the second step of downloading the SAP GUI. Okay. Now it is going to be in a zip file. So obviously you have to unzip that file. Okay. And then now we are going to understand how to install it. Okay. So let's go to the folder. Okay. So this is my extracted file of the downloaded software. Okay. Now all you have to do is you have to just double click on this and it is going to start a self extractor inside this. Okay. It is going to take a little bit of time and I'm going to explain a little bit other stuff about SAP in the meantime. Okay. Now see, SAP as a software, you'll be able to download and install. But in order to work with that, you need to have access. Now, let me click on yes. You need to have access and that access will be provided from Tricentis side for you to work with certain modules for whichever they have the authority to. Okay. So we'll learn about that. Now, since this is loaded, I'll click on next. Okay. And here you click on this SAP GUI because that is what we are interested in. Okay. And click on next and click on next. And it is going to take a little bit of time to install. Okay. So when we install SAP GUI, we need access as to where our server is located, what all modules will be able to access, and all those things. Okay. So that part of information, that piece of information, we'll get to know when we understand how to request for a access to SAP GUI from the Tricentis portal. Okay. So let this get installed and I'll showcase you how to get started with the next set of steps. Okay. So we have to wait for 10 more seconds. In case you find this content useful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And do drop your thoughts in the comment section. Okay. So just 15 more percent to go. Okay, perfect. Now this is downloaded. Okay. I can just click on close. Okay. Now once your SAP GUI is downloaded, you have to just click on the search and search for SAP and you will find SAP logon. Just enter on this and this is going to load the SAP software for us. Okay. Now our SAP software is going to look something like this. Okay, which is the starting page. Okay, but since we are not able to see any module or anything here, we have to understand that there are certain steps which needs to be done. Okay, so we have to click on this option called new. If you want, I can expand this as well, and you'll click on this new. The moment you click on new, you will see connection. Okay, now in order to work with SAP, the first thing is you need to have connection. Okay, now I'll showcase what all things goes in connection. It will make sense to you. So you can have multiple connections as well. Now I'll click on connection, and it is going to display something like this: create new system entry. This, remember, this is just a one time activity. Okay, so I'll click on user specified system, and here I'll get this description: system ID, instance number, SAP router, application server. Okay, now we need to fall back on Tricentis portal to get this detail. Okay, now how do you do that? Let me show you in the browser. So yeah, so this is the link where you need to go, okay, to request for your SAP credentials. Okay, since I've already requested, you will get a button here, request SAP credentials. The moment you'll do that, you will see something called your username and a temporary password here. Okay, and here you will see the steps as well which needs to be performed in order to set up your SAP GUI. Okay, now give me just 1 second. Let me fetch my ID. Yeah, so that is an expired one. I have created a new one, so I'm going to use that. Okay, so anyways, this is not required right now. Okay, but here it says launch the SAP application, which we already had. Okay, then it is saying click on the new icon, ensure that user specified system is selected, and click on next. So those steps we have already done. Okay, now here you see it is giving us the details. So what description we need to put? It is saying put IDES external. Okay, so I'll copy this and I'll put it in the description section. Now system ID, you see I03 is mentioned, so I'll copy this and I'll put it in the system ID. Okay, instance number is 10, so I can put 10 here. Okay, then SAP router string, that is not mentioned, so you can skip that. Application server IP is required, so I'll just copy this. Okay, and I'll paste it here. Okay, now after this you just click on next, and high speed connection, this is fine, just click on next and just click on finish. Okay, now this is just the connection setup what we have done till now. Okay, so if I move back to my slide, we have done the next part, requesting credentials and setting up the connection. Okay, but the next part is we have to validate the login part. Okay, how do we do that? You double click on this. Okay, or you click on, okay, you double click on this. Okay, and that is going to display this page now. Okay, here your user ID and password will go. Okay, now this is the same user ID and password which we have generated here on the top. Okay, so put in your ID. My ID is this, so I'll copy this. Okay, and first time when you're going to enter your password, it is going to give you a pop-up which will ask you to reset your password, because this is just a one-time password which is generated here. So make sure you remember whatever you are resetting it to. Okay, so let me just log this in and showcase you how does the SAP GUI looks like. Okay, now you just enter the password and click on enter, and this is how it is going to look like. Okay, now here, based on what access modules we have, we'll be able to perform certain functions, and we are going to understand the standard modules what are being offered and how we can work with this. Okay, so I'm going to see you in the next video. uh, in case you like the content, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and have a good day. Bye bye.